Welcome to Shaklee Distributor Business Training. In this module, we will demonstrate the creation and use of an email template through the Member Center at member.myshaklee.com. Templates are a combination of a background and your verbiage, and they are the best types of emails to use when communicating with your downlines. What makes a template different than a regular email is the ability to personalize the content. Templates allow you to automatically insert the first name of your recipients, and that's a much better method to use in email marketing. From the home page of My Shaklee, mouse over My Business. Select Emails and Campaigns from the list of options. In the left-hand menu, select Manage Templates. It's a good idea to create a library of commonly used messages. Creating a library saves you time by having your messaging ready to go when the need arises. Examples of commonly used email messages include Thanks for your order, Monthly newsletter, Product spotlight, Product specials, and Happy Shaklee Anniversary. To begin, click Create a Template. First, name your template. There are two reasons to do this. First, to make it easy for you to select the proper template, and second, because when you're in the process of sending out templates, the only thing you can see is the name, not the content, so having a very descriptive name will save you time. Next, create a subject. It's important to avoid spammy words in your subject. Spam filters will very likely filter emails with words like sale, new, improved, or best. Click Save and Continue to move to the next step. Next, select your background. Shaklee provides e-card backgrounds which are not editable, and email templates which are editable. Select the Email Templates tab. Select the background you wish to use. Click Save and Continue to move to the next step. At the beginning of the module, we talked about personalizing your emails. The Merge Field tool, when used, will insert the first name of each person on your recipient list into their copy of the email. Since all of our emails go out blind carbon copy, or BCC, no one else in your list of recipients knows that you've emailed anyone but them. Inserting their first name will make them feel as though you are speaking only to them. Using the Merge tool, you have the option of inserting the first name, last name, or lead type of your recipients into the body of the email. These are great features. Just be sure that your use of them remains contextual with your message. Start by clicking into the Content field. Click the arrow in the Merge Field tool and select the item you'd like to merge into your email. The Merge field will appear in your content box. You can continue to build your message around it. Some templates come equipped with a To field. That means that the template was originally designed to be used to send to a single person. Since the merge code cannot be placed directly into the To field, you can cut and paste it from the context box into the To field. The system will then send the message out with a greeting of Hi First Name. Click into the content box to continue your message. Now we'll begin adding content. Although many people like to use their own words, it's also important to comply with the P&R with regard to content. One way that I do this is I simply copy content created by Home Office and use at least a portion of that as my message. You can embed video, custom images, and create hyperlinks to web pages in an email. I like to open each page that I'm going to use to create my message in separate tabs in my browsers. You can see that I have 4 tabs open in my browser. One for my email template, one for Vimeo.com to get my video content, one for Facebook to get my images, and one from my personal website shopping pages for my hyperlinks. Let's start with verbiage. I'm going to copy some verbiage about MindWorks from my personal website page. Once I select my content, using my right-click menu, I select Copy. Then I click the Browser tab to return to my template. I place my cursor in the content box where I want my content to appear, then hit the keys Ctrl-V as in Victor to paste it in. Mac users will use Command-V. The text will appear in the box. You can select this content and format it for size, font, and color. It's important to keep emails short and to the point. People are busy, and if they have to scroll more than one time to get to the end of your email, they're very likely to close it and not finish. One way that you can keep your emails short is to use hyperlinks. Hyperlinks are words or images in an email that, when clicked, will take the viewer to a specific web page. Creating a hyperlink to send a recipient to read a web page keeps your email short while allowing professional content creators to handle the scientific stuff. Let's create a hyperlink using the word MindWorks in my content box to my MindWorks page on my personal website. First, highlight the word that will become the hyperlink. Next, click the tab where your PWS site is opened to the page you want to link to. Highlight and copy the web address for that page. Click back on the tab where your email template is. Make sure your words are still highlighted, then click the Link tool in the toolbar. A pop-up box will appear. Paste the web address into the URL field using Ctrl-V as in Victor. Mac users will use Command-V. Once you can see the URL in the field, click the Target tab. The target tells the hyperlink how to open the web page. We feel it's important that the reader open the link in a new page. That way, they can't lose your email message while checking out your website. Select New Window. Click OK. The pop-up will close and take you back to your content page. Notice that the words you highlighted are now underlined. That indicates the words are a hyperlink. Always test your links before you send your email. To test your link, select the Preview tool from the toolbar. A pop-up box will appear showing your text. This is not a representation of your final product, so don't worry if it doesn't match what you've done. Click the hyperlink, and a second tab should open to the page you want to drive your traffic to. Embedding video into your emails is another great way to get your message out without having to type out a lot of words. Shaklee has hosted videos on both YouTube and Vimeo.com. In this example, we'll use a video that's been posted on Vimeo and place it into our email content. First, create a space in your content where you want the video to appear. Next, type in some words to represent where you want the video to appear. You see, the embed code is written in HTML or source code. Most people can't read that, so it's best if you put a placeholder in that spot where you want the video to appear. Now click the Browser tab where your video is. Make sure your video is the only one displayed on the page. Click the Share icon. Click into the Embed field. The field will expand and highlight the content. Copy the content. Click the Browser tab to return to your template. Click back on the tab where your email template is. Click the Source button in your toolbar. Find your cheat. I used Insert Video Here. Highlight only the words used in your cheat. Do not include any carets or any other characters. With the words highlighted, type Ctrl-V as in Victor to paste in your content. The code will appear in the place of your cheat. Click the Source button. Your video should appear in the content box in the spot you selected. Next, let's format our text to appear more attractive. Highlight everything on the page. Next, select the size and any other attribute you wish to change. Our email text is pretty small, so I recommend you choose a minimum of 14 or 16 size for your message. The color of your text is also an important part of your email marketing. The goal is to make sure it's easy to read and pleasing to the eye, so you may want to consider changing the color of your text too. Making specific words stand out makes your content skimmable. Important words can be made larger or more bold or even a different color than the rest of your text, and that makes it easy for the reader to skim the message. Making messages skimmable helps your reader to get to the gist of your email quickly so that they can decide if they want to read the whole thing. Here's an example of skimmable content. The purpose of the email is to tell people about a new product. In it, we want to highlight the words that we feel will be most impactful to a skimmer. First, we bolded keywords that explained our first point, how someone felt. Next, we used color and bold to make the second part of the message stand out. What changed? In keeping with best practices, we kept the email short by creating a hyperlink to another customer's testimony instead of writing it out. Finally, we've provided links to watch videos or to buy products, each time using color and/or bolding to make the key elements of the email stand out. You also have the ability to insert custom imagery into your messages. Note, all images must be hosted on a public website and their share status needs to be open. For this example, I'm going to include an image of the product to the left of the verbiage I created. First, place your cursor where you want the image to appear. Next, click the Image tool in the toolbar. Click the Browser tab where your image is. I'm choosing an image I posted to my Facebook page. You can only share images that you yourself have posted. You cannot use images posted by someone else. click the image so that it's the only one on the page. Right-click on the image and select Copy Image Location. The verbiage can vary depending on what browser you use. It may say image URL, image address, or some other words. Click the Browser tab to return to your email content page. Paste the image URL in the URL field. It's a good idea to enter the name of the product or your PWS as the alternate text for the image. This is just another way to advertise what your image represents, and is considered best practices for web marketing. If you've performed this step correctly, you should see some portion of your image in the preview screen. You may need to adjust the size of your image. You can do that by changing the width size to the left of the preview. These are in pixels, so just use your best judgment. Changing even the first number of the width can also change the height so that your image stays in proportion. Depending on your layout, you may also want your email verbiage to wrap around the image. You can use that using the H space, V space, and align fields. Think of H space and V space as bubble wrap around your image. It's there to keep your text from smashing into the image. There are no right or wrong answers here. Just enter a single-digit number for the horizontal space, that's the space on the right and left of the image, and another single-digit number for the vertical space, that's the space on the top and the bottom of the image. Then align the image. Aligning it on the left will place the image to the left side of the page. Once you're satisfied with the placement of the image, click OK. Your image appears aligned with your content. If you feel the image is still too large, you can click on the image to resize it. Click on the lower right-hand white box and drag it diagonally up towards the top left box. Once you've completed your email content, click Save and Continue. Preview your card and its layout. If you need to make changes, use the Go Back button at the bottom of the page. This will take you to the Review and Save page. If you're satisfied, click Save Template. The template is added to your My Templates library and is ready for use. Templates are normally used as part of an email campaign, but they can be used as a standalone single email. In this example, we'll select an email template and send it out as a single-use email. From your template library, click the checkbox to the left of the template you want to send. Click Create and Send Email in your secondary navigation menu. You may send emails to up to 1,000 recipients at a time. Use the recipient counter to monitor your send count. Now select your recipients. Choose from a list you've already created, from your address book, or by typing your recipients' names or email addresses in the recipient box. I'm going to use a list I created prior to sending the email. Click Save and Continue to move to the next step. Next, select your background. You can change the background you used when you created the template, or you can keep the one you used. Click Save and Continue. You may edit your content or leave it as is. Once completed, click Save and Continue. Preview your template. Once satisfied, click Save and Continue. Click Send Email to send the email to your recipients. You will be taken to the Email Manager. We hope you found this training helpful. To see more training, go to member.myshaklee.com and search for My Business and PWS Training Calls. For technical support by phone, you may call 925-734-3636. For technical support by email, send your email to fieldsupport@shaklee.com.